absolutely destroy Kunkers at mid. So a little bit concerned about that one. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than I've seen in the past. But yeah, let's see how this one goes. On the other side, of course, the draft from Lindorfitos, it doesn't really need to have an identity because of how sort of straightforward their heroes are and how strong their heroes are as well. You always just grab Snapfire when you can. The hero's just busted. Tiny, also still pretty damn strong. Yeah, he's not like that first phase carry of the past. I think he got a couple of tweaks in D, but like he's still plenty fine, so.
Except my brain is much larger.
But maybe just get out team fought.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the way. Like, the joy of at least getting to play, or not, sorry, not play, but get to watch kind of regional qualifiers is seeing like where the meta really kind of lies within a different region. Because like as soon as you get to like tier 1 Dota, international Dota, like all the teams, as much as they have their own identity, they do kind of blend towards like this is the international meta. I think LGD recently just did a really good job at trying to break that as much as possible, kind of showing more regional flair to compared to other teams. But once you drop down to like the tier 2, the tier 3 of a region, it really is like the most truest form of like the Dota. So I'm hoping to see some things that maybe we've just kind of forgotten about due to our kind of constant awareness, or what's the better word?
Breaking outside our box a bit.
Exposure, there you go, that's the word. Constant exposure to tier 1 Dota. There we go.
Hope no artists are listening. They hate that.
That's the payment plan for most things in esports.
I want to look at Arcano's cam again. Can we click on the dark here, please, Mr. Observer? Oh, it wasn't him. Someone is ridiculously close to their camera, and it made me laugh in the middle of when you were talking. I can't remember who it was.
No, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I didn't crack a joke. No idea why you're laughing, but that's fine. No, that's fine.
I'll keep an eye on that. We'll leave our best people on it. Eventually, I'm sure we'll find them.
Already. We've already spoke about how important the bot lane is, right? That level 1 with the heal of the Enchantress, with the frost arrows not drawing creep aggro, it's very easy just to keep applying pressure down the lane. Sorry.
It's a lot of damage, but they also got to be careful all Bushwhack misses though. They were looking for the kill there as well. They're just not too sure if they're respecting this drow enough. Of course, if that Bushwhack comes out, it's a different story, but in a lane as aggressive as this, you miss one spell and things are going to go really, really badly for you. And Bastion doing a brilliant... Oh, there he is. And NYW. Hell yeah. There it is. There's a close-up. That's the ideal camera setup. If anybody else is watching who's going to be on the broadcast later, that's what you want.
Yeah, excellent framing. But I'm honestly surprised at how they've... Also, I've just realized, is their tag really LFT? Like, so
Lindorfitos. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, looking for team. They're all looking for team already, guys. It's game 1 of South America. It's a disband already. Oh, no. No, but either way, for Lindor, I'm a little bit surprised at how they have played the bot lane, right? Taking the kind of the flame break level 1, trying to go for the out right click of a drown. They've already kind of accepted to play on defeat, and the entire laning phase, they've been half HP, using salves, dropping back. Like, not really hitting creeps. It's a 1 CS offlane backrider to the 12 and 4 of a Drow Ranger. Like, this is a major loss for the...
Oh my god. Okay, we just missed something amazing. STJN's Jun, I don't know how you say his name. Oh, that's...
a Stinger.
It's a Stinger, isn't it? Yeah. He just hugged the wall to get bashed up the high ground by the Spirit Breaker and survived a gank because of it. That was pretty amazing. They tried to vacuum him back down again, but he was already gone. That was a clean getaway from Stinger there.
I think Primal Beast reminded people that you can just hug walls against displacement spells, and now in the back of your mind, it's like, if there's a bash, if there's a push, if there's anything.
Rolling Thunder, yeah.
Rolling Thunder, Pangolier as well, yeah. Probably even a better example than Primal, but yeah. So that's exactly the type of placement you want, but... Honestly, for lanes, I'd say x5, their safe lane, is a major win, and then everything else is kind of going the way of Lindor. As Snapfire
mid lane Snapfire treatment, or is it Snapfire getting the? No, yeah, it is. It's the Kunk getting the Snapfire treatment. And down on the bottom side, the Enchantress took a step too far forward and did actually get brought down by the Batrider Hoodwink.
That is a rough death for the Enchantress, especially with after how free the lane was. Pretty much just didn't respect the sticky spam.
Stinger falls as well. And of course,
So
we have a
just to
pause.
update you, by the way, if you want to during the pause, if you just click Wyvern, you'll just see how Wyvern died. It's pretty good. It's just 3 bashes. It's a what can you do moment. Yeah.
Charge, bash, bash. Rip.
Yeah.
So, don't want to say I told you so, Tiga, but it's a double up on the CS in the middle lane. It's a kill in the middle lane as well. This Conker pick has definitely categorically not worked for them.
Counter argument.
Okay.
Mini depend if we rewind the clock. If he had, let's say, like a fairy fire or had some other tool of like outplay potential, he would have got a kill on Snapfire. He wouldn't have died himself. Therefore, maybe the CS would look better. His death in a 1v1 did kind of drift Snapfire into a better position. Also, if he didn't go for the kill and he just played for the farm, maybe it would have kind of evened out a little bit better. Kun could have been maybe like 18 or 19 rather than Snap being on like 24 to 12. But I do agree, it's a lot easier for the Snapfire to play this lane. I think Mini probably was just overplaying his hand a bit, and that simplicity just made Snapfire look a lot better. As Hoodwink then dies bottom.
Yeah, just an awkward one for Monty, but Monty will go down. They just never really got their resources back after killing that Enchantress earlier, so the Enchantress can just run in and get some revenge. I'm wondering, are we really not bringing any regen out for the Batrider? Are we just going to try and win this lane without it?
No, he brought a South.
Oh, salve on the... okay, it wasn't coming on the courier, it was coming on the Hoodwink. Nice.
Yeah. You made me panic for a second. I was clicking Hoodwink. Like, if that salve is Hoodwink salve and not Batriders, then you might hear me just complain for a good 20 seconds.
Oh, we're okay. Rotation into the middle lane, recognizing that they're probably going to try and go for this on the Snapfire, but counter initiation coming out from Fur. Is it going to matter? Yes, it is. They'll get the kill onto the Snap, but down in the bottom lane once again, Bastion falls, but NYW is going to trade his life here. It's the double slow of the Ghost and the Drow, so pretty annoying, but yeah. Big kill in the middle lane. Good rotation from Fur. And good read from Mini as well to say this Snapfire's going under tower, 100%.
I'm just going to give, by the way, full permission. Please, whatever I'm talking about, you don't need to show it. The bloodbath is just happening everywhere, but I feel like I am baiting us to look other places. Mini, though, that's... I was getting globbed.
You need to ignore us and just stare at health bars.
The one time I helped
in the middle lane.
God, what a...
No, it's SA. We all need to contribute to the kills because they're coming anyway, anyhow.
You know, like the classic, like triple screen they do for like entry to laning phase.
Yeah, just keep
I
it
feel
up.
like we just
the
need
whole time.
that. Yeah, for the first 10 minutes. Yeah, it's the classic response to these type of games. But no, yeah, the Snapfire and the Kunkka, they are going absolutely toe for toe. They're just trying to bruise each other, trying to really just get the upper hand. Like even in the not this kill on Kunkka, but the one like when Snap died before, like glyphing the waves, the tower didn't hit him. He was like 20 mana shy of a cookie to kill the Kunkka. Like they really are just throwing absolutely everything at each other in the hope to just get the edge.
Why didn't Mini kill that? Yeah, this is a bit deep, I will say. Is there any punishment available? Not at the moment. This tower is taking a bit of a pounding. I mean, there are no kisses available, but Snapfire's coming back here. X is going to come out as well as the boat. Aggressiveness coming out onto the Snapfire. Get away. Doesn't really need to. And Bastion in the back may be the one going down, just getting in range for the max damage on the Scatter Blast by Enchantress. Shotgun to the face. Will take her out. Ling Ling gonna grab himself a kill. Now continuing trying to defend his tower, but a lot of damage dealt to that middle tower. I almost feel like that Enchantress death was actually maybe worth it, because now middle tower down to 280 HP. Very killable.
Yeah, there's still some weird go from X5, right? Like throwing the boat on the Snap, the Ench going behind tower. Like they had the catapult alive. If they just position themselves and use their spell slightly differently, maybe they could have even taken the tower, but at the end of the day, the tower pressure was important. Now even trying to go back for the Snapfire.
Yeah, Mini is not really being chill here. He's like, yep, okay. Now he could go for the kisses if he was feeling lucky, but the bash came in immediately afterwards, so good thing he did. Oh, now the kisses come through from downtown. Mini, no, he turns around and walks into it. Oh, might have been dead regardless to the burn, I'm not sure, but it's going to be a double kill for the Snapfire at mid. Absolute carnage in the middle lane.
Mini's really just not respecting the Snapfire at all. That's probably the best way of wording it, right? From the solo death and the 1v1, that one is maybe a little bit more excusable, but as time progresses, every single death just feels like it's not understanding the damage of Snapfire, maybe even the mana. Because, like, again, Snapfire, when the Spiritbreaker charged, he was like, what, 10 mana shy of his ultimate? But again, that comes back quite quickly. He instantly uses it when it's available. Snapfire's not going to dive the tower and pray for a bash. And he then goes down as they are going onto the Batriders. And he kind of gets a little bit of redemption, trying to find pressure elsewhere. And that's kind of what Kunkka can do. When you play a more stable laning phase, your entry to the mid game is kind of just very free flowing. Just like walk to a lane, get a kill, walk back, and then you TP back again, X mark. It's just like a lot of constant side lane pressure whilst also farming. Like you can be a bit of a menace, but it is very difficult when you have 3 deaths to your name in the first 9 minutes. Like, there's no urn, there's no vessel, there's no like item path you can envision yourself going down now. You're just kind of stuck in a a level 6 where your Spirit Breaker is level 5 scenario. But of course, as we say that one core's having a bad game, the Batrider really has kind of sharing the support role with the Hoodwink, both on what feels like the same net worth. They opted to go for this like double fight lane, throwing spells into the Drown and the Ench. Sure, they got a couple Ench kills, but they were really sacrificing so much farm for it, and they've not made stacks either. They've really just locked themselves into kind of playing the offlane as, 2 lads holding hands.
Yeah, which, again, we could have seen the Batrider going behind towers, splitting things up, but that's always going to be really hard against a Kunkka and a Spirit Breaker. Like, these heroes can just kill you so easily and punish that sort of gameplay, so instead the Batrider just has to suffer, as Stinger getting jumped once again by Third, but let's sort of turn around in the high ground. Now the kiss is coming from the high ground, but doesn't connect with the sharpshooter. Further, almost walks into 2, but will survive the kisses. So, kisses used, but no kill as Mini comes through the backlines, but Furt does eventually go down to the Tiny, so the kisses did achieve something in the end, and that's pretty vital.
In these games of chaos, you need to look towards like who's not part of the chaos. How efficient are they farming? Of course, Tiny, Drow, they're doing okay. I think Tiny, of course, doing just a bit better with the 400 gold advantage. He already has Echo Saber, and he is opting to go for the Shadow Blade as his first item rather than the Blink Dagger. That is kind of a debate, at least for Tiny players. You look towards your Nightfalls, they want to go Silver Edge. You look towards your Yumas, and he'll go Blink Dagger, right? Like, it's a very much a pacing difference. Both are very aggressive in nature, but of course Shadow Blade, it just provides better stats with the Silver Edge and just better damage versus Blink Dagger, which is instant gap close but at a loss of damage.
Yeah, you don't get any sort of stats or additional damage or anything from the Blink Dagger. It is a empty hollow item. Helm of the Dom on Darkseer. So going to have ways to split up this map even more. I mean, you've already got the Enchantress, but why not double down? Get yourself the Helm of the Dom, shove an Iron Shell on it, and go to town. It increases farming speed quite a lot, but at the sacrifice of slowing down on the auras a little bit. And Bastion's going to take the shotgun to the dome once again. Going to go to sleep probably thinking about these point blank scatter blasts which keep ripping through it.
It's just a funny thing. I don't know. Boomstick as an innate. I don't know why like Snapfire's always had to have some like weird innate, from like Ricochet to Boomstick, and it's like, sure. Yeah, Boomstick is the best one of all of them.
Oh, it's going to get brought down here though. The nice gank coming out from the Darkseer and the Spirit Breaker both comboing up to get on top of Ling Ling.
I'll take that.
But yeah, I mean, my hot take is that, or sort of, yeah, like I think Snapfire would have been a fine mid if they just removed Ricochet. No one played it mid, because you can't play a mid laner who has a 25% chance of just missing CS or missing a deny. it sucks. And also subsequently pushing out the wave for some reason as well. So the moment they removed Ricochet, I think people probably would have been like, oh, hell yeah, Snap 5 mid's back. But then they also added Boomstick and just made it completely overtuned. So it's fun as hell, though.
Yeah, I mean, any free damage amp is always going to be fun for a core. You know, damage number go up, I pick it. You know, the core players, their patch note reading is very simple. No offense, core players, but it is what it is.
Taken. F5 damage, and then just choose the hero which has the highest number next to it.
Oh, okay. You don't want to, you know, control F percentage. No, that's the cool way of doing it.
I can't figure out percentages. Just bigger number better.
I do use a keyboard that I bought in a different country, so it's not the UK layout. So whenever I have to do like hashtag percentages, it's just spamming all the numbers and going, one of them will be the correct one.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Drought getting jumped here in the jungle. Silences up the Hoodwing. That's not going to stop the kisses coming down, but just about catches her on the end. What is it with this team and just turning around into these kisses, by the way?
I mean, he's
twice
pretty
now.
dead.
Probably, yeah. I mean, the burn's killing you off. The Snapfire's level 10, right? Yeah. Oh, it went for Scatterblast damage. Okay, cool. Does that mean no shard, maybe?
I would hope he still goes shard.
It's a pretty good shard. But, I mean, it is more common to take the Kisses Burn DPS. I'm pretty sure, unless this has changed recently.
Yeah, I mean, the normal build is Blink, Kaya, Left Talent plus Shard, and then you are just playing on, like, your first two spells are just constantly getting spammed out. You walk to a creep wave, you cookie it. Range creep cookie in, you glob everything, it's pushed. So, like, you're never really showing on the map with your hero, but you're seeing from the fog, like, waves disappearing, cookies getting thrown, you're like, okay, this is pretty oppressive. But he's opting just to go for the big tempo burst, right? You put 70 damage onto your Scatter Blast. Well, it's now going to be, what, 350 total? I'm guessing the total did update correctly. So you are just really kind of playing for, like, this moment right now. Go for the kills rather than just constant wave shove.
350
Again, I prefer the other talent,
35%, basically 400 damage at point blank. It's pretty cool. Maybe even more than that. So, yeah, looking more like 45-ish from point blank. I can see the appeal, I won't lie, but I mean, you just get so much utility from the Kisses Burn. And also, it's valuable both for your ulti and for the cookie spam as well, so it kind of feels like there's a double effectiveness to that one. Whilst Scatterblast damage is very one-sided, but yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a Snapfire getting up in people's faces and giving them a blast.
We do have quite an interesting scenario that will unfold in this game is the amount of pressure on both of the, I think, two players specifically, because of their kind of lack of entry to the game so far, which of course is, you know, the tiny for Lindor, right? You know, Dad. Are we saying Dad or Dad, by the way?
Probably Dad.
Okay. What up, Dad?
I like how uncomfortable that made you. Just
Yeah, kind of.
pause into, well,
Do I worry?
you're regretting asking the question now.
I do. I should have just
made the
committed.
statement. Yeah, we're saying Dad.
Well, either way. So Dad,
Father.
not adding anything else after. Yeah, Father. Yeah, cool. So yeah, like he's 1-0-0. He has the Echo Saber. He's going for the Shadow Blade. Like, one way that X5 can really punish this type of gameplay is like if Snapfire stops getting kills with the Blink, Tiny enters his first fight with Shadow Blade, but he's detected by, let's say, like an Ob Sentry. That gets counterplayed by the Darkseer, who also hasn't really done a lot in the game. I can see Lindor kind of losing a lot of their momentum in the game because it's very volatile, right? The Bat's got no game, the Snap's killing everything, and the Tiny's yet to do something. So this type of game plan, you know, you can kind of, it feels like that kind of pub energy that at any minute, if like the Snap stops overperforming, everything else can come instantly to a halt. And the next 5, of course, will get back into their rhythm. Kunku can recover, and the game can kind of progress on their state. So I am really looking at Tiny and seeing how he wants to just kind of continue enabling that aggression that we already see Lindor, you know, using. But again, the game is paused. We do have, I believe, the Kunku had 40% packet loss. He's then going for a disconnect, which is unfortunate.
Into the disconnect. You make it sound like a play he's making. 40% packet loss into the disconnect. Can he reconnect in time? We'll find out. But yeah, there is a fight taking place as well, which you know is about to get real messy because we've got 2 cores TPing in from X5. Both the Darkseer and the Kunkka TPing into this one. The Kunkka will arrive first. The Darkseer is going to be 2 seconds delayed, which might hurt. You're not going to get that vacuum wall down for a little while, but there's also Spirit Breaker charging in from the back as well. So whilst it looks like Bastion's just here making his final stand by himself, there is in fact 4 heroes converging on this location, all hoping to get a kill onto this Snapfire. We'll see if they make it, or if the Scatterblast with the extra talent is going to pull it out.
5 minutes of pause time left. Now that's just good, honest adminning. You know, the pause happens, boom. Stopwatch ticking down. Whew.
Tick tock, tick tock. Get back in there, buddy. But yeah, it does suck when network-related issues happen. But ultimately, we got a tournament to run.
He's back.
All right.
See, all it took was one admin message,
Now,
and you know.
give it the dash ping. Yeah, your internet's suddenly fixed.
Oh, God, no. No,
he's got it again. He dash pinged it. 40%. No, I'm out. Gotta go put some peanut butter into my internet vent. Fixed it up in no time.
It really does look like Dire is about to get absolutely obliterated, though. Like,
it does
Kunkka
a bit. We have the only thing that I can see happening good for them is perhaps like the Batrider coming in for a big, you know, drums, Firefly, lasso, steal. I think you want to get the Darkseer rather than the Kunkka, because the Kunkka's just got 1,000,000 health.
ooh, actually, wait, let's think about this, right? So,
Okay.
Centaur's already used Stomp. Snap's currently stunned. Kunkka will finish his TP in 1 second and X marks Snapfire. So no matter what, Snap is going to be around half HP upon end of all the stuns. But then Stinger is in position that he can get a Cold Embrace no matter what, I feel like, on Snap. So Snap in my head, Cold Embrace, 3rd HP going back up to 2/3 with a potential 2 to 3 man Winter's Curse due to the TP location and it being double melee hero, of course, coming in with Spirit. So it's 3 melee heroes trying to kill a Snap. So as much as I said Dire looks dead, I just moved my camera and saw Wyvern. So now actually I think X5 might even be baited here. Because like you said with the Batrider, he has the Firefly and the drum. So if they play this very calmly, Bat hides behind the tree, you allow Snapfire to actually get jumped correctly, Monty disengaging, you bait the Snap's life, then utilize the Winter Wyvern with the Cold Embrace, Winter Curse turnaround, I think it's going to go well. But if they throw all their spells very quickly, panicking in the moment, that's when I think they might get, you know, a little bit more pressure applied to them and things could go wrong. But I am looking at Stinger on the Winter Wyvern to turn this around and then to enable the Batrider to get a couple kills.
I wonder what the chances of them just being like, pause took too long, cancel TPs.
I don't think I've ever seen that in a Dota game. Normally the pause, if
happens
anything...
all the time. When they just cancel a go because of the pause, they're like, oh, we've had time to think about it. Well, let's see how it goes down. Here we go. X coming out. Winter's Curse used onto the Kunkka. The Snapfire. There's a Cold Embrace. Right, exactly as T-Governor said. It was foretold. And now Scatterblast coming through, ripping through everybody. Snapfire's still in trouble. Lasso coming onto the Darkseer, dragging him to the side. Snapfire will kill off Mini, though. Will eventually fall himself as the Darkseer finally gets his spells off and can kill him off, but it costs him his life. And now the Drow's coming in as well. Sharpshooter somehow lands on the Bastion of all people. He just gets plonked from downtown as now the Drow looking to clean up, takes down 1, takes down 2. It is a big moment here for the Drow as Pato is able to get the cleanup.
I didn't factor in the Drow respawn, but that really would have
changed. We didn't think about the Drow respawn.
Did not
it's a classic.
At least pre-Drow respawn, it did kind of go as envisioned at least, so that was quite nice. The Batrider did delay his entry.
Far enough into the future, though.
No. I also was upset with the Batrider. He could have Fireflied. Because the Winter's Curse was used so early, I think Bat could have, you know, got amongst the fight a little earlier as well. But alas, I think for Lindor, not the chocolate, they did get, of course, 3 kills until the Drow then, you know, I right-click from a mile away with Dragon Lance.
I do like how Lindor, not the chocolate, is longer than just saying Lindorfitos, but I also kind of like the bit, so...
It's a pretty good bit. Yeah. And before, you know, we get an email from Valve. So after watching your South American Gamer 1 qualifier, we feel the...
Yes. We've been hit by a massive lawsuit from Lindor.
Or actually,
I will no longer go ahead because of you.
Now imagine if they actually picked up the sponsor because of us.
Ooh,
some random
huge.
Lindor
Yeah, Lindor,
marketing.
the Swiss chocolatier, sponsors an SA team who didn't qualify for TI.
No, I mean the entire event.
Oh yeah.
Every seat in the arena gets one little Lindor chocolate.
Oh, I'd go. Another day, another jump. This time, Arcano is being followed by Ling Ling as in comes the kisses. I mean, that was brave with zero setup. Sharpshooter as well, also going to go wild. I mean, this is just a crazy attempt by all measures.
Inconvenient, some might say. Every spell on the sun was missed, but that's okay. Spirit Breaker looks to go into the back right at bottom.
We have a free kill to
has
snap
died.
instead, and yeah, down the bottom side. And it's looking like the end of the line for NYW. Come to Umos. Now just been involved in a couple of kills back to back, so Drow suddenly feeling like she's got a game again, which is nice, because she was a little bit pressured, a little bit out of it after that gank down on the bottom side, but it's exactly how you want to come back into the game.
Interesting enough, Spirit Breaker's quick buy is opting towards a phase boot into potentially a 4-staff build.
Hype.
I like the idea Spirit Breaker players will think of other items. I think there is a mentality that you have to always go, you know, I want my Shadow Blade and I want Yashakaya and this stuff, because that is just a thing Spirit Breaker has attached to him. But I would prefer to see him get, like, maybe the Shard as an earlier pickup, being able to eat
so
the
good.
Winter's Curse, eat the Lasso, is going to be quite useful.
I don't want to tank a Winter's Curse. That sounds horrible.
Well, you press Bulldoze as well. Like, you're going to eat it for like a millisecond. You basically get like one slap from all of your teammates, max. Or your Drow gets slapped by all your teammates x3. Take your
She
pick.
can tank it.
I mean, probably. She's quite stat heavy with her build right now, but
Oh, here we go. Gank onto Kunker in the middle lane. By gank, I mean it's just a hoodwink from behind the tower, just using all her spells on a Kunker for some reason. Strangely, that didn't work. I mean, I guess she was hoping that Snapfire comes in and just lays down a bit of kissing to help that out, I suppose. I don't know, there was a miscommunication there somewhere. That's what we'll put it down to. Now Stinger's going to fall as well. What an awkward 2 deaths here for Lindor.
it does look kind of... Miscommunication is probably the best way of wording it. Like, it just felt
I
unnecessary.
hope
quite
it's
forced.
miscommunication. If they said, right, Hoodwink, you're going to go solo, drop everything onto the Kunker. All right, we'll find out what happens. I don't know. We need to find out. Yes, boss.
Oh, they got the bat.
They do indeed. Once again, Batrider continues to be the punching bag off X5. And they will be able to take him down again. Mini now on a killing spree on the Kunker. Spirit Vessel Kunker doing absolute bits in this game.
That is the one thing with Kunker is like his build is quite lost on the hero. It's why people aren't playing the hero too much. It's like people do phase BKB, but then you can kind of fall out of the game. Armlet isn't an item that people respect or care about, so it's not even in contention competitively. I mean, Vessel is the aggro style, but with Wyvern it makes a lot of sense.
In my games, it's Shadow Blade into Double Davis usually, which we see most.
Of course, yeah.
That's a lot of MMR recently. As Winter's Curse comes out. Very nicely done. Sets up for a lovely little cookie as well. But the Drow, I mean, Snap is in pretty deep, and Drow's just going to start blasting away at Ling Ling. You don't really want to give him this kill, and Mini's still alive. Does finally get taken down by the Tiny, but Drow gets a kill on to the Snap. It's a big bounty, and now finds the Hoodwink as well. Getting on top of the Tiny, and they've got the vision down. He walks into the range off that cliff, and it's just going to be another kill going the way off the Darkseer, which the Drow takes a part in. Yeah, I mean, your Flame Break's not going to do a damn thing, NYW, unfortunately, and again, just giving this Drow so much in this game.
Yeah, it's just the way that Lindor not the chocolate are fighting. They really are just like throwing everything at one guy, and they're not respecting one Darkseer with the multi-hero vacuum, and then also the Drow, as we do see the replay, right? It's like X5, they're kind of throwing spells awkwardly onto the Winter Wyvern. Like already it's kind of like a little bit of a weird go. Tiny gets this beautiful entry kill Spirit Breaker. But now it's like the pressure just keeps getting forced more and more and more because like on paper it looks quite good, but they're not stopping Darkseer or Drow do anything in this fight. I think they are the main people that you have to respect. Like Mini on the Kunkka, he's had quite a okay game. Like he's a control heavy hero at the moment. So maybe in the future engagements they need to think about the Drow, the Darkseer a little bit more. Like what if Snapfire is jumping onto a Drow, blink cookie, globbing her up, putting her down to like what 1200 HP from the combo. Then on top of that you then have like a bat following up. Like you just blow her up, the fights will look so different. But if Lindor continue fighting this way, I think X5 are going to be very, very happy with the 5-1-5 Drow Ranger. Manta, soon to be Aghanim's complete.
He was just start first facing the hero. Coming down, looking for a kill out onto the Darkseer here. He's tanky. Is he tanky enough though? Probably not. Let's get burned up eventually once he gets that kill, but in comes the boat. Mini looking for a little bit of revenge. Aghanim's now complete for the Conqueror as well, so that's just going to put an end to NYW. But Tiny going in, looking for more here. They don't want to stop the fight. They don't want to stop the engagement as Lingling going for the kisses, but just sets himself up perfectly to get stunned by the creeps. Kill still comes through though, so they'll take it. And they'll back themselves away. No Drow turning up to that engagement. Didn't really look like there was over a possibility there. And actually, I would say pretty good restraint from X5. Like they could have been tempted to bring more there, considering how well the fights have been going for them recently. But no TP on the Drow, so actually just straight up, I don't know if it was cancelled or not, but didn't turn up to that one.
Yeah, it also helps that Darkseer was like the first point of contact, right, for Lindor. That is what we were asking for with their type of draft. Like, jump Darkseer, jump Drow. You jump one of them, 100 to 0 them, and then maybe the fight is playable. So they very quickly changed their initiation and gaining the benefits. But X5
Roshan just really unfortunate there. The Ench just aggroed Roshan right as the Drow's courier was coming overhead. So Roshan just turned around and just clobbered Drow's courier, killing her Aghanim Scepter.
Do you think Drow's actually muted, by the way? Because like, if you see his webcam, you know, like the headset when it has the red light, it shows the mic's muted. Do you think he's like actually playing this game accidentally muted the entire time?
Yeah, I reckon so.
And in like 10
Why are we
minutes.
doing so well? Oh yeah, it's got Harry's not yapping. No, I'm kidding.
Ah, I see it. No. Alright.
I love you, carry
Projection.
players. I love you. You guys
Don't you
always
play
only have
carry?
valuable things to add
Sometimes.
to the communication.
Yeah, what are your top two roles? It's mid and...
Carrier.
There it is. Just making sure the people know.
I've been on the mid train for many years now.
In regards to... Oh. Ah yes,
Yeah.
let's see from...
They care no Aegis. They want to fight. They want blood. They should find Fur at the very least. Does have charge available, but cannot use it as Snapfire comes in close and finishes him off with the shotgun. Leads them right to this Tormentor. But despite having the Aegis, they're still playing the objectives and the tempo on the side of Lindor with the chocolate.
No, they are.
They can't be.
That is one thing with X5's lineup, that they kind of need to like walk and take over an area with vision. They can't like very quickly like initiate and do crazy things. Of course, Spirit Breaker being like the main one to do that. So Blink is getting jumped and disappears to the Ranger.
Yeah, nice glimmer. Here's the multi-shot. But Tiny actually going to go into the Drow here. It's a brave jump here from Panto, and it's going to result in the first death at least. Now Mini started onto the Tiny, but Tiny gets away. A Stinger in trouble on the backlines here. Cold Embrace not going to last forever, and she is going to fall. We've taken the Aegis, but if the Tiny dies here, it's not going to feel worth it at all. NYW come in to try and help out here, and actually doing a really good job in doing so, keeping them away from the Tiny. Tiny's going to turn around, kill off the Kunkka, but will finally fall. Drow comes over, gives them the ammunition they need to finish off these fights and turn it into a full 5-man team wipe. You dealt with the Drow once, but you didn't deal with her twice.
Yeah, like, why was she allowed to just live on such little HP? Like, again, the Ags died to the courier, to the Roshan, killing the courier, sorry. And then she had a pike that she just completed. So she was missing Ags and Hurricane Pike in this fight. Loses the Aegis. Like, on paper, that should be the turning point for Lindor. To be able to find that kill, get the double kill on Drow, but there just wasn't enough for a follow-up to ensure her death. Like, Snapfire They had such aggressive positioning, and the entire time the observer was placed by Spirit Breaker kind of just to the right of the Radiant Tier 1 tower. Just gave so much information for X5 to kind of keep kiting in and out of fight, understanding where people were going. So yeah, once again for Lindor, with all the tools available to them, all the damage and pickoff, they just cannot layer it correctly. And the survivability of X5 just continues to show through the 4-star for the Spirit Breaker, the buffs of Kunkka, the double aura of Darkseer. It's all just kind of playing into X5's favor, just punishing the lack of teamfight coordination from Lindor.
Definitely, yeah. And a failure to shut down the Drow effectively as well. One gank is not going to do it. It's not going to cut the mustard. Drow can continue turning up to fights, doing the damage. There's a lot of scribbling going on the map right now. This is not legible. I don't care what speech is accompanying it, but circling like 3 different points of the map and then drawing a line at top is PowerPoint presentation mode. Top side. They're setting up for something. Mini is deep with this invis and shield rune. Oh my goodness. He's got the dream pairing right now, and he might just find this Snapfire. Snapfire blinks across to try to deal with the Enchantress. Will do so, but now Snap could be in some trouble. Mini's on top, along with the permastun coming out from the Spirit Breaker. Drow turns up. Yeah, okay, there's a Winter's Curse coming down. Who really cares? Unless the Drow runs into it, which he doesn't. And now they can bring down Stinger as well. Slaughter in the top lane as this game is going from bad to worse for Lindor as X5 take over the top side. And they don't even really attempt to respond to that. They saw how things were going. The writing was on the wall. Tiny just backs away. Batrider stays down bottom, keeps pushing.
Yeah, they're just kind of showing that, you know, the simplicity of draft is really helping out, because like for X5, as we already mentioned, like they just need to walk to areas. As long as they keep some relative fight formation, again, protect Drow, which is currently not happening as he's fighting the...
Guys?
Hold up.
hang on. Might still survive this yet. A lot of spells been used, but they don't really have much else left in the tank. And now they turn around. Nice vacuum wall coming out. Multi-shot coming into it as well. Drow's got no health, but she doesn't give a shit. She's going to turn around, kill the two of them, chase off the Batrider as well. And they just cannot bring enough to this Drow. They cannot do it. I mean, you could just feel after the lasso came out, after the volley from the Tiny, what more have you got? The tank was empty, and perfect read from X5 to just turn that one around and stand their ground on the Drow Ranger.
I will go back to the itemization of Spirit Breaker. I wanted to maybe see like the shard before the 4-staff, but him going for the 4-staff, he is using it very nicely, right? He charges in, Drow of course gets lassoed, but then understands the fight, he then presses force, Drow then gets the kite back, and with the Darkseer following up, they get a perfect just chain of spells to make sure Drow that looked like she's maybe out of position, not at all, the perfect evade.
No, he's not going to be able to juke his way out of this one, but we'll probably turn this around as a kill. With that said, Mini doesn't really have many teammates right now. Darkseer comes across, and from behind we do have an Enchantress. They want to try and catch this Snap, but Snap running down south might just be able to get the portal away. Instead, it is going to be the Wyvern going down instead, and yeah, Lingling will throw the tip over towards Stinger there and say, thanks, buddy. I appreciate your sacrifice. Sometimes just need a support to come in and tank the gank for you.
X5, 6,000 gold lead. They see their Drow hit mid tower, so guess what? They congregate on mid. Just over there. Monty does show behind the tower for a second, but with the 4-staff is able to disengage. Now looking at X5 with the double BKB pick up on Drow and Kunkka, you have to show some signs of discipline now. You know, as much attention dies, whatever. Just kind of hold each other's hands, move across the map together. Next Roshan is the one you want to take. If you can take next Aegis, win a team fight, we are then talking about taking high ground, really kind of forcing the side of Lindor to think about how they want to kind of just desperately keep themselves in the game.
6k advantage for X5. They've taken a whole load of buildings and objectives. All they need now is to grab themselves a Roshan, and high ground should be very possible for them. It doesn't feel like a draft that will struggle with high ground, just due to the fact that you've got so much save, so much extra tankiness coming out, all the auras of the Darkseer. Gonna be very clean to break when it comes down to it. You would hope. There's also like, yeah, you've got 2 range cores on the side of Lindor, but like they're not really the best sort of poking and prodding. Pretty weak in that regard. On the top lane, Spirit Breaker. Oh, the cover of Invis, not going to save him. They still have the damage to take him down. See you later, Fur. Looking for a bit of revenge. It's x5 coming in, bringing the Drow to this one, and looking over at Stinger. Stinger tries to use the Winter's Curse, doesn't quite land onto the Drow though, which means the Kunkka's going to be fine. But they don't have the vision up the high ground, so it does mean that the Wyvern can get himself away.
It's just one of those awkward games, right? I think specifically, it goes back to the Tiny conversation I was having earlier, right? Like, when you play a Tiny game like this, where it's like low entry into the game, you're not really making these crazy moves. By the time you join the game, there's already kind of like a formation in place. There's always like this kind of like things occurring, and you feel like you're lacking a lot of damage. And that's exactly what this Tiny kind of forms into. There's a bit of a scuffle happening.
Yeah, Snapfire getting into the front lines, getting involved, and they're trying to punish that with the Kunkka and with the Darkseer. Beautiful Vac Ball coming out again onto the 3 of them, and ends a charge to follow up with as well, and that's going to put an end to both of the supports, and probably the Snapfire as well. BKBUs, they're all clumped up for the Tiny here, but the Tiny unfortunately just doesn't have the damage to rip through 4 heroes like that. Awkwardly just has to try and run away, harpoon to the tree lines. NYW trying to help out, a buyback from Stinger, maybe he can come in with a big Winter's Curse here, but not in time to save the Tiny, that's for sure. Tiny is gone. And with it, any hopes of repelling x5 from their high ground now as Drow gets started on the next building. She's just A-clicking through this whole game, man.
It's just Drow range for you, right? Like, it's the reason why the hero is first pick in most international tournaments, right? Tier 1 tournaments. Heroes in the second phase. Other heroes are respected more, the snap into Enchantress once. But I think Drow is making a very good case in this game that other South American teams might want to adopt a tad more of the Drow Ranger respect. As much as I wanted Drow Ranger, or the meta of this qualifier, to show difference to Tier 1 and have that flair of the region, I think Drow is a bit of an edge case to that. But you know, the draft analysis I gave, it is a bit of a silly hero.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just the ability to turn up to every single fight early on and not really be punished for it, despite having such an early pick on it. Something we've been seeing across every region, across every game, really, in High on the Mars. This hero is very, very hard to counter properly.
You just need like continuous gap close and respect towards the hero, right? It's like back when, you know, many years ago, the sniper meta, where he just A-clicked from a mile away and you just win the fight. It's like you needed to have Spirit Breakers, Darkseers, and Spectres, and you know, Night Stalkers of it. You needed like all this nuisance, obviously not in one draft, but like an element of one, right? And now it's like, because of how strong she is, you need to have like 2 elements of that. And again, Lindor, they have those elements in play. It just, the decision making in the game has just not connected. Like, they don't have the constant discipline, and also maybe even individual skill to be able to really just put Drow into a difficult spot. So going into game 2, if there is, of course, to be x5 winning this game, I would like to see Lindor respect Drow a tad more in the draft.
For sure, and I'm sure we will. Wasn't a problem they were able to solve this time around. Of course, unless there's that one voice in the team saying, no, 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 it wasn't the Drow, it was this, it was that. Torm going to fall down on the bottom side. We'll go to the edge. It's a nice little buff to mobility inside of these fights. Monty going to try and get the tree line here, but unfortunately there is an X coming out. The Mules is there from Monty, but with Fur coming in round the back, ulti available, they will be able to kill off the squirrel, so gives his life to kill off a wave. Backdoor protection still down for the time being, so we can get a good amount of damage out onto this tower regardless. Man, that feels bad as a hippo to give your life for this wave, but backdoor protection just lasts so long. Well, the disabling of it lasts so damn long that it doesn't even matter. Now coming coming in for more. Lasso is going to be there. I mean, it's going to drag the Drow very far out of position. Of course, she has the BKB available. And has actually managed to get herself into a really good position for the respawn here. So let's see if they can punish. Cookie way too early. BKB pop, but of course another Cookie going to come out to do not really a whole lot. They'll have to try and keep their distance here. Winter's Curse coming out onto the Drow. It's okay damage, but they've already taken down the Snapfire. The boats are coming through as well to keep everybody nice and healthy. And now, of course, all of those auras coming out from the Darks here as well. They can look at the Stinger. Third jumping deep into the backlines on top of the Tiny, along with the X marks. He's going to just completely get blasted down. Pops his BKB, tries to get the turnaround onto the Drow. Drow very low, will fall at the end. They're diving far too deep here on the side of X5. Of course, did get a buyback out of the Snapfire, but it cost you 2 of your big cores. And now they're looking for the cleanup. Bastion is going to be that next target, and as that Cookie comes off cooldown, it's a triple kill now for Ling Ling. TP out from the Darks here, going to be successful. 3 seconds on that last though, a little too long. But my goodness, X5, that was way too much.
That was, yeah, very much a dive, and also, I mean, Fur does nearly dies top actually. Eat my words, that was like 2 HP, what it felt like. My guy has just got him on lockdown. Yeah. Anyways, like just even look at the vision. Look at the dive base, right? When they go for that dive, it wasn't just like a sweet old honest dive. It was like, we're putting double ops, we're going for the kill. You know, it's like all this like energy. It was, yeah, it was a lot of time spent. But I mean, it all started with Drow.
Let's point out the point of return. You know, what point should they have said, okay, let's get back?
Okay, so it starts with Drow wasted her first life. There wasn't any saves on her. There was no double 4 stuff into Enchill. The Wyvern Curse was beautiful, right? 5-man, but again, no follow-up, no damage inside the curse as well. And it's the natural Spirit Breaker gameplay. He charges on the Tiny, which then rallies his team to go in, and Drow just got into melee range. That's the major problem, right? She could have played behind the Ench, A-click,
that was her force as well, right?
Yeah, she just kind of donated herself into the kind of the comeback for Lindor. So
first day just went so quickly. Maybe she just thought she still had it.
Yeah, but yeah, mild concussion from losing first ages. Yeah, yeah. Come on, Fur, pick up the okay, he's picking up the shot. Thank you. Also, isn't Fur the name of a Counter-Strike player?
Don't know.
Pretty sure that's the name of a Brazilian Counter-Strike. A very, very notable one as well. Fur. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought so. Well, does he still play? Yeah, he does.
Look at you and your esports knowledge.
Yeah. Of course, MIBR was his best stint. It's not the same guy, by the way. That would be crazy.
That'd be so
to be like tournament-winning Brazilian, and then
like even just being good enough to get into the like qualifiers for another game would be enough to impress the hell out of me. Like if it was Dota and Counter-Strike, 2 different things, you know, that'd be crazy. It's like you know, kind of a lot of interchangeable skills there. Obviously, I'll be impressed, but not like whoa-wee.
No, for sure. Like any FPS player that bounces between like, am I good at Counter-Strike? No, I go play insert 10 other FPS games. That's like sure, it's kind of cool, but it's not like, you know, hype. But having it, like you said, having like FPS to MOBA or something. Whew.
I mean, there is I think there's a UFC player who's also Morton and Dota as well. Which is just sad for me. That guy goes out and gets his head battered every day of his life for a living.
And he's
still better at the game than me. That's rough. Oh, good. I mean, Snap, go with some crazy shit here. That's a refresher into the triple Cookie. Yep, almost gets the kill. Clean work, good job, Ling Ling. And well, there's the Winter's Curse coming out and the Cold Embrace keeping the Snapfire alive for an ungodly amount of time. The Bastion comes down the side and does finish him off. Winter's Curse coming down again here. Winter's Curses? I don't know, but Drow is dead. Yeah, that's the main thing going on right now. Another messy fight. I questioned that initiation, and okay, they're still going onto the Tiny here. They haven't given up. The rest of the supports come running down the bottom lane to try to help out the Tiny. Tiny turning around, looking for a target, going on to the Darks here, tossing him away. Still looking to fight up here, despite everything, and might just be able to do so. I'm not sure they have the damage to deal with Tiny, I'll be honest with you. Malfty has fallen at least. Now look over towards Fur. Tiny still just clobbering away at everybody in sight. and is able to clean up this fight in the end. The only survivor being the Enchantress. So you go, what the hell is happening right now? This is the strangest comeback I've ever watched.
I mean, it's just, I think X5 in the back of their minds, they've already kind of gone, we've won this game, you know? And because of that, their positioning is getting a bit more relaxed. They're not respecting the kind of the fight construct, and where Lindor, when, you know, backs against the walls, you're losing your racks, you know, the dreams of making the upper bracket TI qualifier run is there. You know, you're going to be making all the plays you can to keep yourself alive. And for X5, it's just not clean. Like, the Drow's by herself. You know, Kunker's getting 100 to 0 by a snap using, what, force feeding him like 3 or 4 cookies. Like, it's just weird positioning from X5 as they're kind of like, they're slowly drifting into like the triangle, like hoping to build their kind of defensive positioning to then try and take the bottom racks. But yeah, Lindor, they're just showing signs of life. That's all that matters. And for X5, just please, just protect the Drow. I'll agree. I probably share the same mentality then. The game is won. If X5 can just take a deep breath and just follow the basic script of like push wave, take over area, protect Drow at high ground, like the game is quite clear. But again, that excitement clearly is getting to them, and they're just making some very skirmishy plays rather than, you know, decisive team moves.
I do love seeing this refresher snap though. Most people think, you know, you get the refresher on snap, it's the double Mortimer's kisses from the backlines, but sometimes we do see them just go into the front lines with a double fire snap cookie, into double fire snap cookie, bouncing around all over the place. It looks very silly, but it's a lot of damage, it's a long stun duration, double scatter blast in there as well, like it really is painful.
It is a very good way to kind of play these fights for the Snapfire. Just find one hero and just try and lock them down. Be that menace. Roshan is respawning in 30 seconds. For X5, that age just kind of, it just gives them that insurance to have slightly relaxed positioning, to make the mistakes. Because of course, to kill Drow Ranger one time, you are going to be eating, you know, a lasso, double cookie, maybe the sharpshooter, like some critical spells for the fight of Lindor. And that will kind of just gift, I think, at least 1 free racks. Even if you are to die, you're going to get 1 more.
Yeah.
Then you can just reset, get another Aegis, get the Megas. If you are to play a really slow game.
If you want it.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. I think, you know, if this was on land, you'd assume that this Aegis should be the game-winning Aegis. But with how this game's been going, the game could last another half hour.
I believe it. Guy to counter push this top lane, but gets caught out in the trees. The life of support in a game like this. Charge onto Monty, which will be completed, but there's nobody else in the game. Really look at this. In fact, they're going to look for the turnaround. Yule's out onto the sharpshooter as well. Tiny is here, but not enough damage. BKB forced from the Spirit Breaker. They'll be happy with that.
They are taking Roshan. So at least it's the reward for Spirit Breaker's noise.
You know me,
Right,
I am a big fan of Snapfire Axe. I think it is underrated, and I would like to see it instead of the Hex, which I think so far like you couldn't have gone for anything else for Ling Ling, but it would be so cool just to get your Batrider into the fight. Some follow-up for the curse as well. You know, that's what's been missing from this game, is anything to throw down after the fight. Get someone in there. Throw a Hoodwink in there. I don't care. That squirrel's useless. It can be my ammunition.
I was smoking behind, but I think the item's just disrespectful. It basically said, "Bat, you're failing at your initiation by yourself.
Yes.
I'll do it for you."
Yes. Here we go.
Well, they're on the
Lasso
Drow.
out onto the Drow. Perfect target from the initiation for the Bat. I take it all back as they will blow up that Aegis straight off the bat. Mini forced the BKB and stand to the frontline. Stinger still positioning for an ulti here. Is going to throw it down, but the BKB is out from the Drow in time, so he's not going to get caught inside of it. And NYW is going to be the consequence of that. Tiny dead as well. Forced to buy back. He's going to try and get back into the game as the Drow just continues to blast away. And all of these heroes, Monty gone as well. 4 heroes taken out in this engagement. The buyback is there from the Tiny. Hoodwink has it as well. If they want to keep their barracks alive, they are going to have to throw it out here. It's in the back lines. The Snapfire is just being chased into oblivion. and also killed off. Buyback available from the Snapfire, also going to be forced to be used here along with the Hoodwink. This is all they've got now. Kiss is coming out, but Tiny in some trouble, doesn't have a BKB to survive through as he's just locked down forever, tries to turn around with a bit of damage, just nowhere near killing anybody at this point, and the Drow able to just hang out of the back lines and blast whoever comes into her range. And this should be much cleaner from X5. They figured out their high ground very nicely. In fairness, they did get jumped by Lindor, but yeah, all good. They wanted to make a stand outside their base. Didn't quite work out for them. And now their throne shall be forfeit, and game 1 shall go to X5.
Yeah. The early game was chaotic. It was kind of crazy. I think, of course, Snapfire did a really good job at creating that kind of energy in the early game. But for X5, they knew their game plan. Drow farmed one side of the map, destroying the back right lane. Again, that laning from Lindor was really, really rough. And then to the kind of the off lane side of things, Darks, they're not really pressure. Game progresses, they just get more nuisancey pick-off damage that can always be like, you need to respect it. But on like surface level, X5's draft, like, it scales better, it looks nicer, it feels like it can do a lot more in the game. So I agree with you on that part, but there's clutch potential.
Trolling. These guys absolutely love trolling. So on X5, like, they dropped a smoke behind doing the old, like, you know, ho, 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 we don't have it. And then they all just like started clicking the smoke, pretending to deny it, which is a great meme to throw out in TI qualifiers. They also there was also a moment in the last game where Bastion used the psychic headband to push the Drow out of the Roche pit halfway through the Roche. They had already basically won the game, but like, it was still one of those things where, like, do you really want to be doing that? Like, eventually that's going to cost you.
They're doing the old classic HFN strat of trying to deny items. Remember Juggernaut, where he's like 1,000,000 attack speed, clicking his items and stopping it? It's just a throwback to previous SA qualifiers.
Wards on wards. Everybody running around all over the place. The Drow able to escape the early aggression from Lich and Jug. Almost saw her in the river as they run to portal back to their lane.
What will they do for this? Okay, so they're just going to go for the range creep kill. This is kind of one of the many options you can do as an offlane combo. Of course, body blocking the wave, sending it on the tower, just killing the range creep so you have a natural creep advantage. Dire creeps will then kill radiant creeps, go on the tower, and then it'll kind of shove to the dire side. As long as Monty can block the small camp, that in theory should be lane advantage positioning, going the way of Lindor. I am intrigued to know how top lane's going to go. Having an Undying and Techies into the Jug Lich, I could see a world where it Jug level 3, 2-point spin. If in the right position, you can kill the Undying. It's not one of those like super free Undying games where it's like, oh my god, wow, what a cool pick.
Yeah. It's the classic Jug plus Icy support. You get him with the CM,
yeah.
You get him with the Lich. He's going to have a good time. You get him with an AA. Well, probably not so much, but still
Terrible
not bad.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the tier list of Jug partnerships is Crystal Maiden, Witch Doctor, Lich. Witch Doctor doesn't have ice, but I just wanted to throw his name
He's
out
a
there.
cool guy.
Yeah.
Bastion is having fun behind the tower with both Monty and NYW. And yeah, New did decide to swap with Pinking, or at least change the heroes over. So Pango to mid and Snapfire to offlane. Just a matchup decision, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's also a matter of like Pango already in this game can feel like he's gonna potentially fall off into the Drow Ranger. So put him mid, let him get all the XP he can, get like the early blink, the diffusal, whatever, and then you go and find the Drow later. So I think in lane, you are just gifting Drow complete free farm, or at least with Snapfire, there's gonna be moments of that kill threat.
Far up in the top side. That's a lot of healing coming out from Arcano though. Keeping him alive. Very close for the techies there. Healing ward
Big
was,
fan of taking. Big fan of taking Soul Rip. That was. I think a lot of Undying players always assume Tombstone need to take it, but Soul Rip, You stand next to some creeps. Whew. It's a lot of heal.
Jug going to struggle to CS on the tower with the pressure being put out here from both the Undying and the Techies. Spamming him out. Healing ward's going to be available in 10 seconds time. It's going to be a long 10 seconds.
This is now the window that they can apply pressure, right? It's like you get the healing ward, you sit on the tower.
Brother? Brother? What was that?
Wait for the
bottom
healing
side,
ward.
Violence coming down here as well. So Drow also going to fall.
Like, I was about to say, like, you have the boots. All you've got to do, you have boots advantage on the lane. Just heal up, get to like 2/3 HP, get level 3, and then insta spin the Undying. Like, it was such a chill timing for them to play for, and he just got.
I've seen some things, Dico. That was certainly one of them. Just
Sure.
underestimating the decay damage, I suppose. It's
Yeah, no, that
can happen.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, let's just put it that way.
It can happen. Okay.
Okay, well, I need to reset. That really took me out of the game for a second, I'll be honest. But like, if you're the Lich right now in the game, it's like, don't worry, guys, don't worry. We're level 3 now. We can go for the kill. It's all good. Just reset. I mean, that's maybe one of the reasons why I'm a little upset we don't see more Morphlings. Because like watching pro players like min-max their
Yeah.
Agita strength and die, it's like it felt like it had the same energy to that one.
It's such a humbling experience that everyone's going to get killed. There's one problem here, is the Techies have such ridiculous attack range that it's kind of impossible to keep this. Oh dear, and now they go on to the Lich. It's going to be another kill going the way of the Undying and the Techies. Down goes Stinger. It's a tough time up in the top side. Bottom, the Beastians is getting under tower again here. So much aggression coming out from this Enchantress. She just knows it. She's completely untouchable in this lane. Doesn't even have that spelled yet. And look at this. Is she getting a kill on the tower? There's no way. Surely there's no way. And yeah, okay. It takes a Lich rotation. They will be able to kill off the Centaur though and keep NYW alive. But that was spicy, man.
I don't know if I'm like missing something, but why doesn't Snap 5 just have Lil Shredder? Like 1 point to utilize tag team. Unless there's something changed and I'm just...
What?
I'm pretty sure it does.
I remember we had this conversation like a year ago.
Enchantress. Will you be prancing our enemy to death?
Well, either way. It's a little awkward,
Oh
but...
man, top lane, the healing ward just gets killed off almost instantly again. This is rough. You got to keep the healing ward alive. It just makes the lane so hard to play without it. Down to 200 HP now on the Juggernaut just from the decay spams and the pressure and not being able to heal up. It's rough. Mid lane, haste picked up by First, and even mid laner gets it. Nice shards out onto Bastion here. Unfortunately, Pangolier, yeah, they will have the damage to bring him down. 20 kills off the Ench. Nice little cash injection for the mid laner. Pangolier really loves any little early kill he can get just to catapult him towards this diffusal timing even faster. We'll likely skip out on the treads just to go straight into the Blade of Alacrity, and now we'll see him move up to the top side. Fur jumping in here, but he's going to get set up onto the Rolling Thunder, jumping through onto Arcano. They might just be losing the Lich before anything else though. Arcano finally goes down to the Jug, and now they can clean up Fur as well.
He had Lotus and...
Tombstone is still up though, yeah, he's kind of running them around here.
And dead.
Need a little bit more mana for the Swash. Swash available, but can just shield crash it.
Alright. Okay, hold on 1 second. Undying, he of course utilized his innate, running down the Jug.
Jug cannot TP
doesn't
out
have a-
here. He can't stand still on TP, but also what can he do?
Die.
Those damn rotting mitts.
That's a rough death for Jug, but still for the Pangolier, it's kind of funny, right? The way that he gets the kill, it's like he has Manifest Swash, but he's like, you know what? I'm going to use my shield crash and go for the right click, because if I miss the Swash, he's alive. So he really went for the, I'm not going to make any mistakes here.
Mini being chased, but has plenty of mana and a 12-1 to work with. Will it be enough, though? Both have been popped. 400 mana still to go.
And Monty's dead.
Tusk down on the bottom side. Plus, Storm really has one of those ultis which is just like, oh, we have kisses coming through as well, actually, to look to kill onto the Enchantress, and they're going to land it, so trade has happened. Pango. He's having a bit of a toughie here against the Storm, but Storm won't be chasing up the high ground, though, so just a good amount of pressure to put on.
Yeah, always better. Didn't actually see the rune, but opts to use all of it just to take the illusion. Pango now has to run back to base. So 800 gold away from the diffusal blade, so still like a window of pressure that he can apply. And the net worths are drifting the way of the X5 cores, all three of them about to be hitting 4,000 net worth, whilst Lindor's cores sitting at kind of 3,500 gold a piece.
Yeah, and whilst the Pangoliers been running top, running bottom, trying to make plays, trying to control the map. Storm, he's just AFK farming, doing absolutely nothing. Rolling Thunder is going to come down onto the Storm. He's in that awkward position where he could get caught out here. Let's see if it is enough to bring him down. Doesn't look like it. One more stun into the swashbuckle. Never mind. Yes, it is. Really nicely done there by Lingling. And he even gives himself a little smile, a little shuffle on his seat. As I was saying, like, the Storm's just farming mid. It feels kind of crap for the Pango, but if you get that kill, and all of a sudden it feels amazing for him. Tombstone forced out on the top side. That's really nice, but Mew going to be killed off down to the bottom side.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Into a pause. It's just like the awkward deaths from Mini, right, that we've seen in the series. Again, I get that Pango in certain situations can create these opportunities of kill, but you need to be mindful of them. You cannot allow for that one kill, especially because of how well the game's going for your team. Shove the mid wave, play on your high ground, go back to jungle, be super greedy in your farm. Arcano.
It's going to fall here. Whoa, he's not going to fall, actually. Gets away. Never mind. Master does not know what he's talking about. As Jug going to go for the old spin TP Rooney and get himself out to the base. So at the very least, he'll get out of that one. Did they steal the wisdom, though? No. And why were they there, then? Only even 7 minutes. Okay. We're just having some fun.
Yeah, he's going for the kill, right? Undying is playing on relatively low HP. They're hoping to try and get that additional kill on him. Like, his build is very volatile, right? They are jumping onto the drown. Misses the gust, which means death. But yeah, like with Undying, right? Like, looking at his build, he's going for the Perseverance, rushing Lotus Orb. If at any point he dies 2-3 times in a row, he just disappears from the game. He just becomes like another support, right? He's not buying, you know, Blade Mail, Midases, Radiances, like random off-laney-esque Undying items that maybe create scaling. He's full committing to, I will just amp up my team. And it's a great Lotus game, to be fair. Like, eat the snowball, turn it around, eat an Omni Slash, great. So Undying can really be a major factor in this game, as they do take the top tower, whilst potentially trading the mid tower, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a trade you want to make. The Techies is doing a good job on cleaning out this wave and not dying in the process, which, considering how much this Pangolier can do to him with a singular swashbuckle, is pretty impressive. Gotta be super careful. Bottom side. Bastion has been seen. Monty gonna charge up the big walrus punch and sits inside the shards and waits for death, but good damage coming out from the drown on the side. Now a zip it from the Storm. Mini's gonna turn up to the fight, gets one, gets two, double kill for the Storm Spirit, looking on to Monty, and that's gonna make it a triple. Does he suffer for it though? Yeah, Pangolier manages to track him down, but straight down to the low ground. Perfect positioning there from Mini on the zip. Up to the high ground, force him to use that shield crash to get up there, and then knock him down to the low ground. Now looking for a bit of revenge onto the Pango, but Pango still has himself the swashbuckle to try and get himself away, and will not be falling this day. Beautiful response there from X5, just as it looked like Lindor was starting to take over the map. Not the chocolate, by the way. X5 make the necessary counter moves and absolutely punish them. I mentioned earlier, we didn't really see so much from the Storm. He's just kind of AFKing mid, but he sees an opportunity like that, and that's when he makes his first big moment in the game, and it is perfect.
When you have these type of heroes, as soon as you get close to that tier 1, you need to have that communication across the team. Like, does mid laner have TP? What's his resources? Does he have Rune and Storm Spirit? One of the best at TP and counter playing as Arcano. 10 stick and a soul rip, not enough to live. Yeah.
In such a good dominant laning phase, this is really rough. And even Jug looking for a solo kill here, and he's going to find one, so well, that's something for him. So many kills happening on this map right now.
Yeah, but the good thing though for Lindor is all this kind of pressure has moved towards mid to bot, and Jug, even though his scoreline is 2-2-1, he now hits the top net worth in the game. He's got the Battle Fury, so he can potentially, if he can just, you know, live in the jungle, shove waves, not ever get picked off, he will be an absolute monster in this game. Like the lockdown that you were talking about during the draft, right? It is only a Storm Spirit. And is Storm Spirit going to always zip Vortex to Jug before he press spin? Probably not. So it could just become like the unkillable Jug where he is the raid boss, you have to kite him out. You've got to like outplay the Omni Slash with Lotuses and, you know, 4-staff disengage, all this type of stuff.
Everybody on 10 to hooks now as that next room comes up, and you know everybody's just going to be brawling for it. Doesn't even spawn here, but the fight breaks out regardless, and Mini goes down. Really good damage and really good control coming out from the two spawns. They don't have many stuns, but when they charge them correctly, it is just impossible for the Storm to get out, and that's going to be 3 kills here, so what a turnaround here. The last fight just being an absolute mess for Lindor, but this time it goes perfectly.
Yeah, that's the old-fashioned. Oh, we just got liched at the rune. It happens. Probably shouldn't, but it happens.
Bouncing around like crazy. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
And then for preemptively TP's bottom on the techies, he identifies, you know, you die mid. The natural movement for the supports is to instantly kind of run to a side lane, continue applying that pressure. So he just wants to park himself down here, put down 1 proximity mine just for scouting. You know, he's only putting 1 because if they smoke up and that blows up, Drow instantly runs to the left. And it's one of the advantages of techies. It's all the information you give with the mines blowing up. But for x5, their biggest timing will be kind of the sync up of the first item of each core, right? It's the the Kaya Sanj, my apologies, on the Storm, the Mantle on the Drow, the Lotus Orb on the Undying. With each of these heroes getting these items, you are expecting them to try and fight into the map.
More fight taking place, and it doesn't look like Tusk is going to fall. And also, the Pangolier caught out just at the tail end of the silence there. Storm gets in, gets the Vortex off. Pangolier cannot escape. Looking for a +1, doesn't find it. All right. It's like a tennis match, this one. x5 get a chance to smack around Lindor, and Lindor gets a chance to smack around x5 a bit. It's just one team, then the other.
It just feels like you know, we've all seen these games before, you know, like this feels like, I've been in a game like this, just run around, kill some shit. It's quite fun to watch. You can feel like the plays are more on emotion than calculation. That's kind of how I'm viewing this series so far.
It is quite charged, isn't it? Always going to be the case from the opening of the TI quals. Some of these players not super used to, you know, having all these casters in their lobby and viewers and whatnot. It can get in your head. Rolling Thunder coming on down, Stinger already gone, and another hero finding this little patch in the trees, which Pangolier is probably getting sick of by now, but we'll still be able to get this kill. Mini comes through, not sure that's your bag, brother. He realizes that and gets himself back up to the high ground. Pangolier's not done though, he's going to keep on looking. Mini trying to look for the kill onto the Tusk instead, kind of knowing he's dead and going for the Retribution play. Doesn't make it out, Mini falls. A little greedy there for the Storm. That zip in, zip out costs him way too much mana. Pangolier can just keep on chasing, and now Arcano's going to fall as well. What is he doing here? I don't know. I mean, he has got the Ceaseless Surge to come back in, so going to immediately try to come back into this one. Drow, though, she's entered the fray. I mean, they still have resources, just keep on fighting. Yeah, okay, there's a load of Assault to get her into a snowball to buy her a bit of time, but she's forced up into the high ground, into an even worse position. NYW will finish the job, and Farah and Arcano not looking super healthy either, as it's a Pangolier just taking down absolutely everybody, and now getting himself away. What a mess.
Yeah, X5, it's all just very, very sloppy, right? The idea like Mini getting jumped, and after Mini gets jumped, Undying gets jumped, and Drow thinks she can turn it around, like with the baited by the innate of the Undying, thinking that the TP in from him might get a soul rip on the Tombstone to keep it alive, which is, you know, enabling Drow to feel like she's stronger. Like, everything felt like it was reaching. Like, maybe it works. Like, there was, again, the emotion rather than the calculation. In fact, X5, the vibes did not connect. Now 3,000 gold lead.
Ooh, NYW actually going to try to let the kisses go, but right in front of the Storm, who's able to interrupt with the Electric Vortex, but they're still trying to make this play happen onto Bastion, and maybe with NYW they can finish him off. Need a little bit more. Surely he will fall, and yeah, finally does die. NYW, they're going to get jumped here by the Storm Spirit. Fur coming in as well for a little bit of help as the 3 bombs go off from Fur and blow up Monty as well. So it's NYW and Monty both going down to the techies. He gets himself a huge injection of gold. Sitting on 3k gold now on the techies, by the way. Chain Frost's going to come down, and down he will go.
Oh, Mini.
Yeah, jumped by the Pangolier yet again.
It was 1 second on the swash. If he had that, burn the mana, could have been a Mini kill too, but I mean, for X5, they're showing that they've got the damage. They just need to make sure they're not the ones getting jumped, and again, that's easy for us to say. They are playing into the multiple Blink Daggers that we mentioned would be in play. Snap, Tusk, and Pango all have one available to throw their bodies into the mix, to punish the lack of lockdown. Like, you get on top of a hero, there's not really a way to distance. Like, a lot of X5's lineup is built on having the net worth lead, being tanky, eating through this damage, because it's like, we are dictating the pace. As soon as that net worth slips away from them, it just gets a lot harder. Like, your Undying offlane's even opting to potentially go for a Blink Dagger. So he really is going like, we will win the fight right now. If they don't, sure, we are looking at Jug continuing to build some insane gold lead as he goes through the Twin Gate and finds Dire. Yeah.
Finds everybody. 4 heroes setting up for a Torm. Hey, it is always risky to take that gate around the 20-minute mark. There could just be 4 heroes waiting on the other side, ready to rip you limb from limb. And as it turns out, that was exactly the case. And now a Shard will go the way of the Tusk. Drinking buddies in play. But here's a classic. You get Torm, you get Roche.
Before. Yeah. It's exactly what happened in the last game as well, where it's like, it was one random death on X5, Drow Ench goes Roshan, and then they did Torm after. So there has been a slight change of the script, but still the same logic of random guy dies and then you take Roshan because of it.
How Arshan and Mini with the regen rune just spamming ball lightning on the spot. So obnoxious. But that's also one of the reasons they are able to take this Roche. And now it's an Aegis on the Storm Spirit.
That's a classic partnership.
Put in pop.
I just click on Jug and I get so scared.
He's pretty juiced, isn't he? Dad has been farming. He's been hitting them creeps. And he is looking pretty fat. Jug is such an all-or-nothing hero as well. He's never an average-looking hero. He either looks broken or he looks useless. Bottom lane, there's simultaneous fights going on here, and it's Arcano dead again down on the bottom side, but if they can get a return kill on somebody in the mid, then maybe it'd be worth it, but it just doesn't look like they'll be able to. Mini, even throwing down the Chain Frost to try and catch a kill here. Not sure who that's really for, but it does look like Mini's going to be losing his first life here, so the Aegis lost, but they will be able to get a kill onto into his Ench. Now zip away, Mini. What? Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? I don't know what this is, but it kind of feels like it's working.
That was the whiplash technique. You got to look left, look right, and then all of them like, ah!
But it felt like he could have just left, but instead he just chose to force out an Omni Slash and a few extra other ultis. Value, I suppose, but Becky's setting up on the twin gate here. Another classic. All right, place your bets. How many kills are these mines gonna get? 0, 1, 2, 3. Even the tech if using sticky bomb to clear the trees to get an extra mine in. Love to see it. This man is an expert mine layer.
You'd like to think that pros should catch on that this is like, you know, plan A of any techies player.
Oh, of course, but with how this game's been going, do we really expect that to be the case?
No, yeah, no, I think actually all of Lindor, not the chocolate, will go through this twin gate at some point.
I hope so. Because I don't like them just because it'd be funny. Smoke up.
Yeah, of course.
Lindor gonna go and see
Radiant
what's up.
are scanning.
Scan from the Radiant though, showing that there is in fact heroes behind this Juggernaut, so they know this isn't a play they can go for. I do love that when you see a hero position themselves like that in the lane, just scan behind them, see if it's a bait or see if you can actually go and get that kill. The Drow is going to be in some trouble here. They are going to be able to close the gap onto the Drow with the Rolling Thunder coming through as well. There is no chance of her surviving this one, I would say. Tries to mount it down to the low ground. It's a nice attempt, but it's not going to work. And it will end up with Drow and Bastion both having fallen here. Nice 2 kills for Lindor.
Yeah, it's a kind of a sad death for the Drow, because like she also scanned, right? So it's like they knew there was smoke mid based on the wave and the scan position. Like maybe you could have used the Manta to throw out an illusion to break the smoke from the high ground, but your illusion tanks it because of course it's kind of bait in that way. But and that wasn't the case, and your Drow just dies with all the information.
Yeah.
And you just can't have these deaths in a game like this where, again, like your Undying doesn't know what he's gonna buy. He's got 4,000 gold in the bank, but hasn't really locked in an item yet. I really don't think Blink Dagger is the choice for him. He needs to go like BKB or just something to have presence in the fight. Yeah.
Big zip from Mini, getting onto MIW, but helping him out as well. This should be a clean kill for the Radiant. So X5 getting themselves into the game a little bit.
This is a good way to play it, honestly.
And Mini has been doing so much as uh-oh. How does an Edge to survive an entire Omni Slash in this game? That is wild. Well, like I said, Jug either looks like God or God backwards. Mini, he's going to zip himself out here, but the Snowball will still connect, and Storm Spirit might just be gone. Nice little force off there from Fern. I don't think it's going to make a difference, though. I think we are down to Storm Spirit here. Mini won't even make it up the cliff, sadly, and will fall in the storm. Also going to get chased down. Double kill for the Pangolier. Yeah, from the activity we've had in this game, Lingling really is having such a fun time in this Pango.
Yeah, from a snap to his Pango, like he knows he wants to play the map. He wants to be aggressive. He's a true kind of classic mid laner. Like, you know, he wants to kill and do things. He's not a farmer. And I think it's enabling that. It's a really good win condition for Lindor.
It seems to be working for them in this one for sure.
Yeah.
Same time, this has been a very active Storm Spirit as well. He has been playing a lot, and that's kind of just forced because Undying's had pretty much zero going. Jumping onto the Drow again here, and Drow, I mean, she's just gone instantly. Really no chance of surviving that one with 3 heroes and the kisses on top of her as well. Arcano does end up getting a BKB and pops it, and well, yeah, he's pretty strong. He's pretty tanky. They're struggling to bring him down. Arcano might have just survived through this one. Mini is back from the dead to try and take this fight. Nice little Lotus on the Snowball there to keep the Undying alive even longer, but now he's going to roll into 5 heroes, cannot get off that decay, so will be falling on the Undying at last. disciplined on the side of Lindor, did not give the Storm anything. That is critical to their game staying alive. Just don't give the Storm anything in these fights, and he will be punished for playing this actively.
I mean, on top of that, it's just keep finding the Drow. A major critique that we had for Lindor in the previous game was they had all these tools of initiation, but Drow seemed to be able to right-click the entire time. This game, not the case at all. 2, 5, and 6 on this Drow Ranger. Like, they're smoking to kill her, they're running at her, they're multiple blinks, you know, they're doing everything they can to do that.
Everybody eyeing each other up here in the middle lane. Juggernaut start hitting on that tower. The Chunkress takes a step too close, and immediately the Juggernaut starts taking chunks out of her. NYW comes in to finish the job, and they're also going to find the Undying over on the side here. Either defend the tower or don't. Well, they are going to try and make the defense here. The Drow throws in some multi-shots as well. It's good damage onto the Jug, but the Jug doesn't really care. Spins up to the high ground, kills off the Tombstone, and now once again the Drow has 3 heroes on her, trying to get away, cannot do so. Fighting without her team will result in a death every day of the week. Again, defend the tower or don't. If you're going to defend it, bring everybody, make the call. It did not feel like the call was made. It felt like people were kind of trickling into the middle lane, dying one by one. And Linda will absolutely feast on that.
You can just see that. It's just one of those moments where, like, when you click a hero and see the items, your decision-making changes drastically, right? And, like, for X5, their game plan was, like, set up towers, make the moves, and every time they click on Jug, it feels like, oh wow, he's got Battlefree. Oh, now he's got Manta. Now he's got Butterfly. He's one ultimate orb from Scarlet. Like, that kind of communication, the pressure just keeps getting applied because of how disgusting this Juggernaut is. Like, he's solo pushing the bot wave, hitting the tier 3. Sure. Okay, Monty does that.
There we go.
we found the guy.
The guy. At least it wasn't his entire team, which, you know, considering the pace of the game, it easily could have been. I wonder if he blinked into it. I feel like he maybe did. Otherwise he just blinked away, right? That's how he just walks into mine like that.
I mean, he might have been, like, spamming, like, 3 lines of communication, like, guys, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do BAM! It happens. You ever do, like, when you survive a clutch fight, and then you just right-click base, you open shop, you're really thinking, like, oh, how do I spend this gold? Then you get sunstrikes because you walk, like, the perfect straight line back to base.
Yeah, we've all been there. Arcano, he's also going somewhere he's been a lot this game. That is the grave. 8 deaths on this off-lane Undying. Really not living up to his name. The Jug just getting started on the high ground, but Minnie's going to try and jump him here. No Aegis on the Jug, by the way. If he dies here, that is it. He is dead. But he does manage to spin away, get the healing ward out, Cooking Heal as well as the Frost Shield. So much stuff. Just keep this Jug alive, and now the counter initiation comes through. They've lost Fur, and they've lost Bastion as well. Baited out perfectly. Dad doing the work on this Juggernaut.
I mean, you can see from the player cam as well, the way that Dad's looking at it. He's just, guys, just follow my lead. And even going back onto the mini, do they have the damage?
Storm, they do. The Lich from downtown with the Aghanims is able to grab him with the Sinister Gaze. Oh, Mini.
Kind of the hope that X5 had was just the map play from, you know, both Storm and Techies, the constant they'll pick up them. That means nothing when you're just getting back
and the back in again.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this bottom lane is a piggy bank which just doesn't stop giving. Just smashing it again and again and again. How is there more money inside?
Radiant's middle tower.
This one's feeling pretty over.
Very much so.
Radiant's middle tower.
They lost game 1, but give them credit. They come back heavily in game 2. Punch and a kick. There's the Aghanims coming out from the Tusk as well. Oh my god. Double Aghanims on both the support. Fur goes down onto Bastion as well. And a clean back away as well. Not chasing non-stop to the base. But I think that's going to be it. Yeah, GG is called. The Drow just calls it. You get kicked back like that, you know it's over. Drow can't play into that Aghanims on the Tusk. No way, no how. Lindorfitos just put together an absolutely incredible game number 2 here.
Yeah, this was throw Tombstone at the enemy carry. Like, you want to try and get kills in your lane without Tombstone to then Tombstone the other side of the map as well. Like, there's a lot of like cool things you can do with Undying to just put pressure very quickly from like minute 4 to 6. So I am looking at Stinger to be able to do that, and that's exactly what Lindor wants to do, right? Look, like again, they're heroes. It just screams like get levels, go kill, run around the map, make things happen. Of course, that logic into Underlord, Primal, Tree, like these big heroes that counterplay so beautifully, will be difficult. There's going to be that kind of balance between how much aggression can you do. Have you truly broken X5? If you have, go crazy. But if you haven't, one slip up and they will be ready to turn it back around.
30 seconds.
They certainly will. They are waiting in the shark-infested waters. Our mid lane's certainly going to be interesting as well. Another unconventional mid lane in the Primal Beast. I mean, we see it occasionally. It's not rare as such, but it's definitely not that hero we're seeing picked up on every occasion in every series. So surviving versus Snapfire is always a bit of a struggle. Primal, someone who wants to get up in your face, is someone which the Snapfire could potentially take advantage of.
It's just another matchup for Mini that I could see him trying to go for a kill and then dying because of it.
Yeah.
And that worries me a little bit. Because like, into Snap Primal, it does feel like Primal should just shove wave, Snap will shove wave. Who's more efficient? Like, is there a stack to farm? Are you farming the jungle camp coming back to mid in time? Like, it's a battle of two very, very farm heavy heroes.
I even wouldn't mind seeing, you know, if the opportunity exists, the Primal dragging a wave into a camp and then trying to farm the wave in the camp at the same time. I think that could be very beneficial.
Yep. I mean, even with how Primal can play off map sometimes, right, with wave drag into neutral camp, run down the river, poke your head into the side lane, go for a kill, then TP back to mid. Like, there's so many things Primal can do. I will be keeping an eye on Mini and what he can, but at the moment, level 2 advantage goes away with Snapfire.
Oh dear, Mini dead again. It didn't take long, T-Governor. We knew this could happen. And, well, it was sooner than expected, to be fair. That was not good.
Snap hits level 2, hits the attack slow through Scatter Blast. Mini doesn't cancel his right click, therefore pretty much acts like he got stunned by... Shake that one off, lads. That's a rough one for Mini.
I mean, maybe Snapfire's just been banned in pubs for so long that he hasn't gotten to play against the hero a whole lot. It's not looking good. Mini just has not enjoyed playing against Snap in this series.
I mean, Snapfire has 1,500 net worth. That's pretty spooky already.
That's not great.
No.
Bottle already out, along with half of a soul ring with the Gauntlet of Strength. Stick, yeah, just all these little items which are just going to make you even more problematic to lane against. Lingling really wanting to shut down Mini's game entirely and probably going to be pretty successful in doing so. And, you know, grabbing the waves, bringing them over to a jungle camp, definitely going to feel even more like a tempting option for Mini now.
Yeah, it's just like every time you go for a range creep, you are just taking a max damage Scatter Blast to the face. It's like, other than level 2, it's like whoever hits level 3 first, you could argue maybe there's like a big amount of damage you can do to your opponent. But it kind of feels like a matchup that it's really like who does the damage first. Whoever has that will feel good. Of course, it's just a lot easier for Snapfire. And Mini had to walk a very fine line in his laning, and he fell off it. Now Snap will just kind of control it for the rest of time. And so we do see the Lotus. Bastion is stepping up to try and fight into next. Luna also helping out. They're skipping a flag creep to do this as well. That's the importance that they are putting on this Lotus.
It's a big brawl, but also in the middle lane, a big brawl taking place. Sorry to drag us back here again, but Lingling almost going under tower for Mini here. But yeah, up in the top lane, it is the Luna that dies. NYW running down the Luna.
Yes. That's the rotation you want to see. That's the Undying gameplay that I'm looking for.
Run up top, shove down a Tombstone. You're already overextended for the Lotus. The punish is there. Bastion is getting chased. There are sticky
Cancel
napalms
Lotus.
coming down as well, but you know, don't forget the Luna coming back from the grave and ready to help out against the tree. So, tree will be fine.
And the bat having to TP back to base.
I'm
After
glad we
all
got
of
to
that,
see this Prophet, by the way, because it was first banned every game so far. But finally it comes out. Now we get to see what were people afraid of. What is the dad Prophet capable of?
it's just a very, very good hero in the right hands. Of course, with the change to your damage, your traits can be anywhere on the map, and you get the bonus damage. So it feels quite nice on that front.
Uh-oh. Ling looking for another, but won't go for that. Had the cookie available, but didn't have enough mana for the Scatter Blast follow-up, so a kill wasn't possible. This rune rotation was pretty critical. Definitely gives Mini a lot of life in this mid lane now.
A lot of life being he could farm one wave.
Yeah. But Underlord's fine. He's chilling. He's an Underlord. He can just sit there and spam out waves in the bottom lane. No one can really touch him. So Arcano's still going to be able to survive despite not having a support in his lane for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the Underlord's game plan will be quite riveting. He might go Atos just for the additional catch, but in reality, it's just by pipe Crimson. Wherever Prophet goes, you go, and then just smash a keyboard, press auras, and then that's kind of your job's done.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Underlord really is a very straightforward pick in every game we see it. Like, there's some cool stuff you can do with the
Back rider.
items and such as NYW getting jumped up in the top side, but stun out onto the both of them from Monty. Prophet coming across, looking at Thur, but they've used all their lockdown just to try and get NYW out of there, so follow-up's not really going to be there, and now we just awkwardly have this Prophet in the top lane. Of course, can TP back to bottom with the scroll whenever he fancies it. NYW is still getting a little too close for comfort, and Bastion trying to wrap around upon him. Of course, you can't sprout the Treant Protector when he's already got the Nature's guys running. That's just not how it works.
Yeah, he kind of wants to sit around top in the hope that kind of there's a bit more of a bigger chase from x5 rather than just the tree. Now it goes back bottom.
NYW jumping again. Stuns out though. Bastion might actually be in trouble. NYW's going to turn around and just run it down, so baiting in the tree and really, really nicely. And again, another rotation out from the Undying. Catching out Prophet. Died on the tower a little bit. His Kiss is up in the top side now as well, but the stun, it's not coming out from Monty. Is it even required? Yep, the stun will finally come down, but I think the Luna may be getting away with it. There is a Fairy Fire available, but not used from Luna. Surprising.
I still think with the 2-point decay, probably still die. He would have to like int treads, Lotus
Really?
and wand to then go strength treads. Then
Only
maybe
1 point
it
in
is.
decay though.
Oh, okay, I thought he had 2. Okay, fair enough. Still, yep, Luna died.
Yep. Sure did.
And after all of that, Underlord just takes the tower on the first catapult wave. This is a weird series, Nomad, I'll be honest, Chief.
Oh, it's odd.
It's very odd.
Yes, and by the way, the Prophet Dad was jungling the same camp as Ling was farming in the jungle. That's why the bottom lane is undefended. I don't know how they ended up in that situation. And it didn't look like either was giving up the CS to the other, so just a bit of...
I think that to defend bot lane, it's like you just need like Nature's Prophet with trees, one hero, and then you kill the catapult. That's it. Like kill catapult, tower pressure disappears. So
Yeah,
all this
Underlord
like
can't hit
movement around the
towers.
map, it's they kind of forgot the bigger picture, but that's okay. The net worth at least is pretty healthy for the cause of Lindor.
Yeah, mostly due to the fact that Mini just doesn't have a game still, but there are stacks for him to farm and he's going to take them now. Space being used well. Of course, Prophet very farmed as well, just moving around the map very efficiently. making sure he's involved in all the good fights, and making sure he picks up any farm that he comes across. Whoa, that's a big jump from the Prophet as he TPs right on top of the Luna, who's farming nearby, but the kisses are a little bit off the mark, so the Luna's going to be able to get out. And once again, no stun to follow up with these kisses. This has been extremely awkward so far from Lindor, as a Primal Beast just walks into 3 heroes and dies. Okay. Sure. Perhaps they just thought that it was only Prophet and Snapfire going for that play, I suppose. Looking for a bit of punish on the Primal, but ends up just dying.
You'd assume so, but still, just the plays that just don't need to be made. You don't need to force these kind of errors on yourself, especially after you've died kind of solo in the mid lane. Just sit back, hit some creeps, wait for that kind of tower response, and then make the play around the tower. Use the tower aura to make you tankier. Like, feel good about your game plan. Like the idea of like making these random moves, it hurts. It's
Prophet up on the top side. They finally get a bit of revenge and
though, right?
claim back this top side.
It's like when you have the vision and you see like tree or maybe there's some tower pressure. It's like that's when you want to make the moves. I think there's signs of hope for X5, like identifying why they want to make moves. Just Mini needs to get on board with that. Seeing the benefits of the Underlord as okay, Batrider now goes to the same area that his Prophet was and also dies. Whew.
Game 3 is definitely getting to some of the players here. There's been a few missed movements here, which you just wouldn't expect from players of this caliber. But you know, your Batrider drops. He's gonna have to go back, but go and farm some jungle camps. Hit your next timing, get that blink dagger as quickly as possible. Okay, that's a bit of tricky here for the Primal Beast to get some type of stinger. Nice play. Good kill onto the Undying. And punishing Stinger a bit as well in the process.
So Arcana has opted to go for the Athos. Oh. Oh. Moment of silence for Mini.
Yeah. You make a play, you get punished for it about 5 seconds later. That's generally been the state of things. But Monty finally manages to get up his Vendetta, which is allowing him to get on the map a little bit more, and also critically enabling the Snapfire. But again, Snapfire is going for a ulti, which doesn't have a setup. Like, I don't understand, Tika, why the Lingling's so insistent on trying to go for these naked Mortimer's kisses, you know? Just
They got him!
They got him, but they didn't need the kisses to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna say I don't mind it. I feel like throwing out your ult, because again, it's like most of his, like we said earlier, Scatter Blast and Cookie and utilizing his innate is like his core stuff. So if throwing out ult, get a kill, don't get a kill, it's perfectly fine. His Prophet though, overstays is welcome.
Oh dear.
Yep.
This is your carry player just TPing into death right in front of the tower. That is not ideal.
And now the Lord is getting poked, but again, negative damage on the Snapfire goes in. Hold
Snapfire,
up.
let's go, baby! Get right in front of first base and blow him the hell up. But now a huge ulti coming out from the Tree of Protector. 1 goes down, 2 goes down, and make it number 3 as Stinger's gonna fall as well. What the hell was that? Bro got a DD rune and said, I am murdering these supports no matter what. Well, one of them at least.
I mean, well, that's Mini back in the game, right? You get a triple kill kind of donated to your mid tower. Like, of course you're like, all right, fair enough. Well, not your mid tower, at the mid tower. My apologies, but yeah, Mini now gets the blink dagger. I mean, this is like
that's a great timing on a blink dagger as well for a Primal Beast. What?
This is classic. Like, I mean, he had no game, but like, I think this is where like the strength of X5, right? Like the counterplay, utilize your tower. Your snap going in here is absolutely egregious. Luckily for Mini, like he had a nice quick healthy reaction to grab the Snapfire, delaying a little bit, and of course Tree was still in position for the overgrowth. But yeah, no idea. The snap initiation was unhinged. That was
if you
just
get 2
disrespectful.
heroes there, then yeah, it's okay. It's probably a thing, but the likelihood of that happening with Blink Cookie as your setup is just so impossible.
Oh. The old Nyx Assassin goes for the deep ball hunt on the map, but yeah. He's tanking the neutrals, and in so, Monty also kind of put an extra little bit of damage into play. As Tree then dies to mid lane, because Snapfire is a wonderful damage dealer. I mean, again, you pair that with the Undying, damage amp. We haven't even noted that. That is just amp on amp on amp, right? It's damage based on the positioning of Snap to the hero, Undying amping that as well. So you are going to do some insane damage to heroes when Flesh Golem is available. Nice
here we go.
from Monty.
Oh, yes. Carapace is going to completely ruin the Pulverize, which was the Blink Pulverize timing reveal here. And they're going to get damage out onto Stinger, trying to get on top of the Snapfire as well, and with Arcano coming across as well. It helps, and most importantly, NYW did not move with the Trampling Underlord, Trampling Primal, and therefore didn't get him killed off. And now a little jump in again from the Snapfire, playing on the precipice there, and allowing NYW to chase down another kill. But Stinger has been lost. Now they get on top of Bastion, and with the Prophet coming in, they will be able to kill off Bastion. So.
Oh, and top lane.
Brawls is up on the top side. They've killed off the Luna. Oh my goodness, a full 5-man team wipe here across the map.
That's a pretty cool play from Lingling, right? He's recovering himself after the mid lane jump of tier 1 death this time around. Like, he kites back, survives, of course, Batrider helping him out, and then he sees Monty make the call. Monty's like, guys, I'm top. I see Luna, 1 TP. Snapfire TP stop with like 400 HP to her name. But it has, of course, plenty of damage with the Blink Kaya to then kind of just execute this Luna. Very, very good stuff there. As it looks here, Monty sets it up and just TPing top with Snapfire, this low HP. Just understanding, like, we've already won the fight mid. It doesn't matter if I have 1 HP, 1,000 HP. It's like, the Luna is already stunned. I just got to blow her up.
Yep.
Now 5,000 gold after what could have been a bit of a shaky kind of mid game because of some random Prophet death and Snapfire death. Those 5 kills really just kind of puts that insurance onto them. Kind of helps that Luna is
salvage things.
Yeah, Luna's a slow carry. Like, after lane, you don't take every tower, you don't do everything, you just kind of exist. Unless you walk into Eclipse.
There you go. That's a lot of damage coming down from the Luna right in front of them, and just allowing her to get off those bouncing Moonglaives as well for the extra damage. So both of the offering duo getting blasted here, and Snapfire coming in on top of Bastion, but they're not giving up on this X5. They want to try and take this fight. At the very least, they will be able to get a kill onto Bastion. They'll look over towards Stinger as well. Stinger is going to die, so... X5 just cleaning up more and more and more.
The game was so chill for Lindor. Lindor, sorry, not Lindor. Lindor. They're so excited to fight. Like, they just got 5k gold lead. They just killed the entire map. And now suddenly they're on, like, the far right side of the map. 2 heroes running into Luna. No other heroes to follow up. Dying to Eclipse. And then 3 other heroes are like, yep, we're also going to try and do the same action they just did, but with only 3 versus 5. It was so unnecessarily forced, I think. Like, once you get the 1 death, it's like, guys, okay, that's fine. Let's just reset. And as we say that, Monty has full set himself into the enemy jungle. But I don't mind this, right? This is fine. Eclipse is on cooldown. You didn't get the kill. You got to try and back out as quick as possible.
Okay, all right. Luna survives, and maybe it's now Dad in trouble. Yeah, everybody getting on top of Dad, and Nate's probably going to fall. Did get a kill on the way out, at least, and NYW picks up Fur as well. Ooh, Underlord. Okay, also going to fall. So X5 punished pretty heavily for that. I mean, this game's just so confusing. X5 are like just brawling, and then they get shut down again.
It's kind of...
It's another game of tennis, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's kind of Lindor playing the game of tennis by themselves, and X5 choosing if they're going to fight and win or just get picked off and lose. So yeah, it's just a lot of whiplash in this game. Pressure elsewhere, because like they die bottom, right? They tried to go for Luna, they kill 3, sorry. Not die, they kill. And now suddenly, look, they're on the other side of the map again! With Snapfire and Monty leading the charge. Monty, of course, with Vendetta. I feel like Monty and Lingling, they're the 2 that are making this game so chaotic for both teams.
Sentry sees him, and that's going to mean that stun, well, it does come through, and they're kind of getting the wires crossed here as Lingling can't decide where to go with his kisses. Eclipse turnaround onto Lingling, and they will blow up the Snapfire. See you later. Monty going to go down as well. Nice 2 revenge kills there. And shout out to Bastion as well. He set that whole thing up, got the sentry down early, allowed them to make the play extremely awkward. course, Ling, you know, he's a baller. He never backs down from a fight. Always chooses to go back in every single time if he's given the choice. And then he kills off Stinger.
Now, will Monty auto-run bot lane? So I feel like anytime he goes one lane, the next move is the opposite one. So I'm just going to double-click Nyx Assassin.
There you go. Bowling, that's where I need to be. That's where I'm going to get my kills. The sentry's up at top side. I don't want to be there anymore.
Okay, alright. And as soon as Vendetta's off cooldown, he's going to press it. And he's going to beeline it in the hope to find some hero, I guess, right? Okay, he's hold. Didn't press Vendetta.
He's shown mid, though, so...
He's shown patience. That's
rarely
important.
20 seconds off it, which is a record.
Link up in one.
He's gonna live. Batrider gets out. And now there's a lot of X5 heroes very low on HP.
Prophet's TPing in.
And guess who's gonna be in? No, he goes to the low ground actually, which is probably the smart move. Doesn't want to make himself too much of a target. Monty gonna try to run through once again. Seen on the sentry, but doesn't really care this time around. Just Vendetta for the extra damage and the move speed. And we'll be able to kill off Bastion.
I'm worried as soon as I start trying to analyze, there'll just be another team fight. So I'm just going to add an extra 15 seconds break to any fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It is so fast paced. I mean, we've had
Scanning.
almost 20 kills apiece in a 20-minute game. Absolute carnage. Mini is going to hit a 20-minute BKB this game, despite the terrible start.
Which
It's okay. It's not bad.
He should never be allowed these items. Like, of how
No.
his laning went and how the early game was for him. It's like, that should have been a point of pressure. And I think, of course, when both teams look at the replay, they are going to be kind of taking note of this. I think Mini's going to be very grateful and quite honestly, frankly, quite lucky to be able to have presence in some of these fights. As they are kind of grouping down in the bot lane, jumping onto the Undying. He has Blade Mail.
Yeah, it's a tough one for the Primal to get onto, and with no BKB yet, it's in the courier, and he's not going to get it off in time. He's just going to die, which is very unfortunate indeed. Now Lasso coming out onto Arcano. Really odd time to go and force a fight that hard with, when the BKB isn't even there yet for the Primal. It's literally on the courier. They just had to wait 5 seconds, and then you would have had BKB, and then your Primal Beast doesn't get killed by Blade Mail, and then, yeah. Okay, well, they won't catch him off guard, I guess.
It's just awkward for sure, right? In nature, based on what you said, but also like they have this mentality of like they want to make moves happen to happen so that Luna has space to farm, right? They are just kind of throwing bodies around the map. Luna has kind of been, at least in the last couple minutes, felt like she's just full free farming. But I would agree. I just wish X5 toned it down a little bit. Like they don't need to make this many crazy moves. Jumping onto Nyx though. He forces himself to high ground. Doesn't have Vendetta up for
clean.
12. That was very smooth.
I think he actually gets away from that because there's no easy way to follow him.
The scan. Okay, that's his scan. No, that's their scan. Sorry.
That's their scan. Yeah, fair wall.
Yeah. Ooh, instant pop Vendetta.
That's a instant.
Forced again.
Okay. Nice. Up to the high ground again. No, it doesn't make it. Okay. I mean, I guess you don't want to be Vendetta if you're dusted because it means you're slowed, so popping it instantly is maybe the play, I don't know.
It would have been cool if he got the like stun into carapace stun, force high ground. Whew. There could have been some moments.
Yeah. What could have been, eh? And now Mini with the BKB and Blink Dagger all completed, ready to be the boss.
Bat has BKB, Snap has BKB. Like these are some really good timings for Lindor to utilize. Of course, even the Prophet BKB, so triple BKB for Lindor. And sure, it's like 1 BKB on the side of X5, but you know, 3 KBs is better than 1 BKB. Also better than 0 BKBs. So I'm still going to look towards X5 having to think about their next fight. It's not as easy anymore. I think Arcano has done a good job on the Underlord, just complementing the fight, like throwing down the roots, being just kind of a bit of a menace into the BKBs, it does nothing. So you can't rely on Arcana anymore. It's, I think now on Treant Protector or Bastion to be able to step up. Overgrowth has to be used post BKB. But he's had a pretty decent game for some of his overgrowths. I feel like he should be fine. They're smoking and jumping onto the Underlord with the Batrider. Missing a couple kisses for now, but they have plenty of damage.
A little off the mark, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Kana will still go down. Pretty clean kill. All things considered. Luna on the sidelines there, trying to bring her down, and Luna does not get a chance to get away here. It's going to be a death onto Luna here as they keep on chasing. First going to be the next target, getting under tower, getting the kill, back in the driving seat. Lindor, they got a little lost at one point, but they are fully back into it now. And in fairness, even though the Prophet's had some deaths, he's never let his net worth drop. Always been a huge threat. Now with this BKB, more than happy to just turn up to every fight, keep on being a threat, keep on being a nuisance.
Oh, they have vision.
No, I don't think they knew they were exactly where the snap was either, so no chance of a dust or a sentry coming out on the floor there.
They currently aren't actually holding any detection on any of the heroes. No dust, no sentry. I'm going to assume that would be on couriers. Actually, no detections coming out.
Stinger wants an Ags.
Yeah.
Stinger Undying says, I want to be a Clawless King. Blade Mail into Aghanim Scepter.
And on paper, it can work, right? It's 3 melee heroes on X5. Luna can naturally get into a front-lining position. Jumping onto Underlord again, he's by himself. He's not that tanky.
Throw down. Bastion tries to come down. It's a little too late to save him, but maybe he can set up for something else. But something else is taking a little bit of time to arrive, and the Treant is already dead. And I think they're now going to realize that this fight is just simply not an engagement. You could see there how the pieces could come together, though. A nice overgrowth with the Firestorm coming down on top, and Primal Beast can just fly in from the sidelines of the BKB and just flatten everybody with a nice trample, especially when he has that axe. But unfortunately, that wasn't the engagement for it. They weren't ready. The timing was not right. They just end up throwing a few too many spells away. Roshan now going to be belonging to the Radiant.
Yeah, it can be deceptive on Underlord, like how tanky you are. I mean, when you pick the hero, you always feel like you're going to be like the biggest guy on the map for HP and frontlining. But that isn't the case. When it's like 1 versus 4, like, they're going to have the tools to kill you off. Like, even the latest Prophet, 20,000 net worth now. Got a full Daedalus. If anyone steps out of position, they will just get blown up by the Prophet's control. Like, pair that with the lockdown of a Nyx or a Batrider. X5 have to just hold each other's hands really nicely in the fight. Understand where and why they're fighting. So at the moment, they're not asking themselves these questions. It does feel like they're just kind of getting randomly picked off from the relentless pressure that Monty's applying. Both successful and unsuccessful moves. It doesn't really matter because he's making the game move forward in a direction.
That is true. In a direction, yeah. It's pushing that needle one way or the other. He's been pretty insane this game. It's always going to be an amazing combo with the Snap Fire, with the kisses come through, but a lot of the times it's hasn't worked out that way either, but still. Top lane now being shoved in pretty hard. Prophet with all of these Treants alive, of course getting that huge damage bonus. Meaning this tower is just going to completely evaporate. Kill onto Bastion, down to the bottom side, TP up to the top side. High ground's being considered right now. Mini jumping in, buyback from the Treant Protector, they're going, and their target is going to be Monty, but Monty is way out of there as Fur jumping in on the side. There's nice blades catch out Bastion. Luna on the front with the BKB, just trying to take down anybody she can get her hands on, but that BKB doesn't matter when the Prophet is behind, and blasting away with the right-click damage, and now looking for more. Prophet just absolutely uncontested in that fight, to be honest. Yeah, there was a primal on his head, but he didn't really care. Didn't even pop BKB, actually, just straight up killed the man.
He was
4k damage dealt just by clicking away through that fight.
Oh, Mini, is he going to try and grab the creep wave? He's too late. He's
Always a
mistimed it.
fraction too late. Have to go for the next one. At least they've got the fortifier to clear out this one.
Is under attack.
Fur, I mean, could maybe catch out the Prophet here. Yep, does do so and gets himself away. Mind Flare still available. Didn't die in the last fight, so able to take the Aegis at the very least. Now when they'll respawn though, there's a BK, Aegisless Prophet. Might be a consideration, but with the backdoor coming in thanks to the Primal, who is now smoked up and pulverizing a creep wave, that is going to force them out. So they keep their barracks alive, and their hopes of remaining in the upper bracket of the TI qualifiers are alive at the moment for X5.
Yeah, I mean, Mini not grabbing the wave, but going for the next one. That was like the best of a bad situation. But Lindor, they got to reset. They did just waste the Aegis, but also it's like, you know how strong they are. Like, you know that they can enter a fight. As long as Prophet enters the fight rather than starting the fight, I think they're in a really good spot. As Monty Carapace stuns Mini. He didn't have Pulverize. He was on cooldown for 3 seconds. Tombstone save again. Are they going to try and fight this?
It's decent, and Monty's still alive, actually. Hasn't yet been killed off by the Luna. Has to stay and deal with the Tombstone, and now, once again, Prophet into the backlines, takes down one, takes down Fur, starts blasting away at the Underlord now as well. It's a triple kill. It's just a point-and-click adventure for Dad at this point. He just has to TP in and just kill whoever he wants.
Monty was an absolute menace there, right? Living on a sliver of HP, and then Stinger going for another save with the Tombstone. Like, his Tombstone saves have been absolutely sublime this game. I'm just going to throw it out there. You know what? Just for the memes, I think Stinger's the MVP. I think he had a very, very solid game on the Undying. We wanted him to be more aggressive. We wanted to see him fight more into the map, and that he did. It was a very